So guys, today I have a very sad story for you. And this is the tale of a game that came out roughly a year ago, and it's called Valheim. A couple months ago on this channel, I made that video called The Sad Current State of Valheim, in which I dived into the facts about why Valheim is in a drought. In that video, we talked about a lot of different things that can improve Valheim and some of the reasons the game has fallen off. But without even watching that video, the number one reason the game fell off is because of the lack of content. The game is shitty. The game developers shit the bed in the most avoidable way possible. Imagine being one of the most incredibly successful games on Steam ever. This shit was competing with Elden Ring, with most players actively on at a time. Valheim was really a revolutionary game. However, by simply not releasing content, they lost everything. And today I want to talk about that a little bit more because this game is going downhill. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm Treyllo. Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So today I decided, why not switch up the format a little bit. We're going a little bit more mainstream with just you guys in front of me talking about things. I don't think I'll do this too much, but I will do it when I kind of want to really just talk about things. And if you guys do enjoy, of course, make sure to subscribe. So let me put this into perspective before you shit on me in the comments. As of right now, it is March. Okay, so March of 2022. There has been one measly update for Valheim. One in 1 year. Millions and millions of copies sold of the game. They have bank chilling. Unfortunately, though, they took that money and ran. There were only like 6 developers on the game originally. So if you think about it, each of them is probably holding like 3 mil right now. I mean, that's enough to buy your house, that's enough to buy your car, and then call it a day. Is that what the Valheim developers did? Did they just see all that profit come in and just say, fuck it? Because honestly, it seems like what it is. So 8 months after the game releases, we get Hearth and Home, the first DLC of Valheim. I wonder if it could have been any phonier. You see, Hearth and Home pretty much had maybe 4 hours worth of content to explore and enjoy, most of it being furniture and crops you can grow. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for new updates and content, but this was not something that re-sparked the love for the game. Valheim, a year later, essentially has no real replayability or reason for going back to that shitty game. It was amazing the first couple times around, but looking back, I just can't confidently say that it's fun to go back to again. So they're talking about this next update called the Mistland, or like the Midlands. But really, this update does look better than the last one, at least. Looks like we'll be getting a good amount of new mobs, a new biome to explore, so that means potentially a new boss, maybe? They're also apparently adding mountain caves, which are basically like dungeons, but for the mountain region. Besides that, I haven't heard too much of what they're adding, but it does absolutely have to be an incredible amount. Like for Valheim to even make a 15 to 20% recovery, it has to be a shit ton of content. I need new weapons, I need a new boss ability, I need new Easter eggs and shit. I want to see things that I can go find and explore and maybe be tagging on an additional 12 hours of playtime to a normal playthrough. If we're not seeing that, what do they have after that? Valheim is now a declining game that's been losing its player count every day. They need these updates to revive it. Let's look at a game that's similar to Valheim in the sense of exploration and kind of survival, and that's The Forest. Forest is a incredible game that came out all the way back in 2013 and managed to maintain an uphill player count even though it wasn't even out yet for like 4 years. That shit was in early access longer than I was in elementary school. Yet somehow the Forest community always went back to the game and kept playing. And even me personally, I've put 7-8 playthroughs into the Forest. And the reason that is because the Forest knew how to update their game. Not only did they update their game frequently by adding small bits of content here and there to make sure players were always coming back, similar to how a game like Fortnite might do, but they also moved around some of the content. What I mean by that is in the Forest, there were items that you could find. And essentially these items really helped you progress in the game. Like if you got a better axe, that would kind of make it, 3 times, 4 times easier to progress. They moved these items around the map, so even if you knew everything about the game, you would have to go and explore these caves and find those items again in different places every time. This is something that you don't see in a lot of games, but it went a long way in making playthroughs always feel new. Now, you can argue that Valheim has these similarities with like where the boss locations are and stuff, but it is just a randomly generated world, so it doesn't really change anything. They patch the game pretty often and fix things, which is cool, but that doesn't really go a long way because it's not adding anything. Unfortunately, this has to happen to one of the best survival games I've ever played. Valheim really was a game that came out of nowhere and looked like it was going to be here to stay for a long time. When I was playing the game, I constantly was thinking, oh my god, the potential this game has, more than the fun I'm actually having right now. The potential is insane. It's like playing Minecraft 1.0. Like, you can see that this shit is going to go crazy. But the developers failed to capitalize on a game that was literally free cash. Like, they could have pumped that shit out, kept it going, and literally been up there with like Rust and Ark and shit. Their failure to act quickly, whether it's because, I don't know, they don't have enough employees to pump out content, or, you know, there are too many internal bugs of the game, it takes too much time to produce content. I don't know what it was. They did not get their shit together in time, and unfortunately, like many games, we don't really have that much time to come back. It's been about a year and 2 months now, and Valheim is just kind of stagnant. Everyone will wait for Mistlands to come out, the next DLC, and if it's good, maybe it'll bring people back. But in reality, it's over now. Will Valheim just constantly keep declining until it's just faded away from people's memories? Or will the developers make a Star Wars Battlefront 2 comeback story? Honestly, I don't have faith in that at all. I do hope that Valheim one day becomes a game that we can play again with confidence and, you know, with some actual new stuff. As for right now, Valheim is suffering a very, very tragic and slow death. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and please let me know in the comments what you think about Valheim right now. I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me, but do you think that this game still has a chance to come back? Without further ado, guys, I'm Treyllo, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.